Our kin have a tendency to always try to remind us who we are and who we used to be compared to who we are today. And let that be the justifiable reason why they choose to constantly mishandle us in the way that they do. And so you realize, okay, all of this mishandling, all of this disrespect, all of these malicious tactics that's being brought about in the hands of people you truly have a heart for, and they truly don't have a heart for you because it's been tested time and time again. You starting to come to these revelations and realize they really don't love you the way you love them. They like the idea of having you around. But it's funny, when family members can do this, and initially, they have not treated you right. Now, when I say this, I mean this in the most humble way possible. I mean, they will try to make you feel like something is wrong with you. And when that doesn't work, then they let you be the black sheep of the family. You understand the assignment, and so you move on and acclimate yourself in different areas and avenues in which that haven't been yet to be exposed to you. And it's all because of the constant reminders of this vicious cycle that the people in your circle have a tendency to entertain. They gravitate to, the vanity, the disrespect, the gossip, the causing of the drama, the toxicity. All of those things are factors. And this helps us get to a realization that, okay, maybe I'm supposed to learn something from this. So let me not get so mad about it. Let me just try to use it as a reason to catapult into a different level. And people sitting here trying to figure out, why is it that you're not fazed? I'm not fazed because I'm not the person that you're trying to keep me boxed in as being. I have evolved. And if my evolution offends you, then maybe you should probably take that as a hint on your end as well and say, hey, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this dynamic isn't for me. Maybe I do need to remove myself. Maybe they don't need to go with me where I'm going. Or maybe I just need to step my game up a little bit. Whatever the case is, I get my drift. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to come as humble as I know how. And I'm very warm-hearted. So everything I say, just because it's been repeated before, believe me, it's not a cliche. I say it because I mean it. I'm not going to say it unless I mean it. I promise. This is my concern about our kin. You get old enough and you realize who you are. You stand in your power. You stand in your truth. And you allow yourself to really rather operate in your truth or fix yourself because of the truth you have come to the realization about. And the funny part about this with family is they will have a tendency to do away with you and everything that comes with you, whether because you're filled with drama or every time they see you, you're struggling, whatever the case is. But they don't never want to assist you. And then as soon as you start to realize, oh, all this happened for a reason, let me go ahead and try to elevate and move around and evolve and be better, not so I can get attention, but so I can be better for me. And in my case, Jasmine's case, I'm going to be better for me and my kids. Because if I go through enough, they don't have to worry about going through it because they'll have the example already. At least they have been exposed to it. But I can't teach them something that I haven't been exposed to. I can't teach them. I have to allow myself to acclimate to different atmospheres and levels that people in my family or older than me probably haven't been able to tap into because there's so much, they still think, as old as they are, they still think it's about them. And it's not about them at all. Even the reason I'm talking to you or not talking to you, it's not about you. It's about there being a miscommunication or a lost in language. And we kind of bumping heads a little bit because where I'm coming from, you will never be able to understand because I'm talking to you in a level you are yet to tap into. And I cannot force that on you. That's something you have to grow into yourself. And even if I wanted to help and train you, you wouldn't be easily receptive to what I had to teach you or show you or reveal to you and expose to you. Why? Because you'd be stuck in your head. I don't need to learn nothing from her. She's young. She can't teach me nothing. What can she teach me? she this and she that and she did. That's how I used to be. Correction, ma'am. Correction, sir. That's how I used to be. And a lot of us have to be able to stand enough in our truth and know when somebody's really for us and when they're really not. Because whether you believe it or not, half of the people in your family, they only talk to you on the strength of you and what you value with someone else in the family that they favor. So for instance, Sal is cool with Sally. Sal is cool with Sally, so all of Sally's friends is cool with Sal. Making sense? As soon as Sal and Sally stops talking, all of Sally's friends stop talking to Sal. Making sense? So it's the same thing with a family or a kinship dynamic. This is where you have to be able to tap in. You have to be wise enough. You have to be smart enough to be able to tap into your relational intellect. And you can't properly analyze that without filling out the anatomies of your emotional intellect. Because you can't react upon something you don't feel. Making sense? So if you don't feel anything for someone, you're not going to act upon anything because, there's nothing in you being activated to say, this is why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Your emotions have to be involved in it. So people, sometimes they get in their emos because they're passionate about certain things. And my family is something that I'm very passionate about. I'm just talking about me right now. Can I just deliver myself in front of y'all for a second? I just want to deliver myself. I love the heck out of my family. But just like everybody else's family, some people you just gotta. And even when you really want to cuss them out, you just gotta, I love you. I love you, right? You gotta pull out one of them numbers. Why? Because you want to keep it on a positive level. You don't ever want to fall off of your throne and forgetting about your worth just because somebody else is trying to pull you down to their low energy. The devil is a lie. It won't happen with me because I'm very secure with who I am. And a lot of people are having these type of spiritual pulls and distractions because we don't understand the fruit of the spirit and how we should conduct ourselves accordingly. I'm not going to preach because if you find yourself in this situation, start to create healthy boundaries. Because if you do not create these healthy boundaries can become your relational and emotional barriers and why you can't tap into the better you. So I hope this bless you as much as pondering on it blesses me. God bless you and God keep you.